What's up, boat lovers? We're on this beautiful Merritt, and look at this engine room, impeccable. But what we're going to be doing today is taking care of some shore power issues. He has 250 amp shore power cables, one on the port side and one on the other side, and they divide it. Okay, so it goes into a 100 amp panel, so they got 50-50. So the guide rollers, the captain is having issues retracting and bringing it back in. So we found issues with the guide rollers, and I'm going to show you right now. So I'll let you know what we're doing. All right, so we're gonna go to the side that I'm gonna show you. And this is the starboard side. And you've seen us put the guide rails on here, but he has a broken guide rail, broken roller assembly here. And the other two are, I'm gonna put our spin on this. So both sides are equal, but I jumped ahead of the gun a little bit because I was going to show you the other side, how the other side is, but it's just in reverse. So the other side we cut out, okay, and I'll show you how we did that. So going to the port side, Julian on his phone again, and we got a vacuum, not our vacuum, but we made a mess on this side, and you can see it all on the floor. So the secret is how do you pull out the tube assembly without disabling the shore power? So you use a multi-tool and you cut on both sides of the PVC and you split it into two. So we got this side out already. Of course, it makes a little bit of a mess, not that big, but you'll run a slice from one side all the way to the back, get on the other side and slide it, and then the two pieces will come out with a little bit of manipulating with a screwdriver. So then you're able to still have a shore power cable. The only stipulation that I say is use a multi-tool. Don't use anything with teeth on it, like a carbide blade or anything like that, because you could go into the jacket. So just take your time, slice it very easy on one side, then go to the other side and slice it, and then use a screwdriver to split it. Units will come out, shore power is still up, we got power, and we didn't have to disable the boat. So we got this side done. Now we're gonna do the port side. All right guys, we got our multi-tool here, and you don't want to cut on the bottom because that's where the cable rests. So you can actually see that the cable's here. So we're gonna slice it from here all the way to the back, and you do the same thing with the other side. Once you do that, you take a screwdriver in here and you pry it out. And once you do that, then you're able to bring this out here, and the cable, the final piece, will be sitting here because the whole thing will drop out, and then you'll be able to cut the rest out. So like I say, cut above the cable all the way to the end, and the same thing from here all the way to the end. All right guys, plastic shavings all over you, protect your eyes, and this thing just splits apart. You break it off. So got one roller here that comes out, and you can see it just comes out just like that. Pull this loose, and now you come over here You cut this a little bit, and then you're able to take the whole thing apart. One side, the other side is right here. And you have two clamshells, one here and one here, and the cable's still intact. So now we take this piece off here, we leave that piece there, and we are going to use our erector set like you've seen in our past videos with roller guides. So it's going to be metal plates with roller guides. Readjust the tension on here, and that'll be it on both sides. But eventually the captain wants us to do it from here all the way back, but that's going to be at a later time. But this is what I need to show you, how to get to this without disabling the boat. Alright guys, here's my erector set. I got my rollers, I got my angle plates, and my straight plates. So the objective is to find a roller guide, and it's all customizable. So like I said before, this will add a direction. So if you're coming straight, it's going to kick it to the side slightly. And if you just need to come around the corner just to miss something, you could do something just like that. So my objective is that I think I have a straight shot to go from here to there. That's what I took out, was a straight pipe. So what I'm going to end up doing is just only try to utilize this first. There's other ways of doing it, by taking a piece of wire and bring it there, and then we could put it into our software and we could calculate how to do this. And like I said before, if you get a piece of wire, put it in a round tube, stuff it so that it doesn't get bent, you know, we could build you one of these things and ship it back to you, and then all you have to do is just put it back together. But it's just, now it's just a little, not complicated, but in order for me to get this thing in here, I'm going to loosen up and take out the top roller here so that I could get it inside here without disabling this. So use your quarter, loosen this up. I normally like taking only one side out, loosen up the other side, and now this comes out and goes in. So I'll leave this out, and then when I'm ready to assemble it, I'll just go ahead and put these back. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm removing a few of these. But guys, another thing, don't have too much protein at the beginning of the day, because damn, person behind the camera says I'm killing them. Okay, I already jumped the gun a little bit, but I already got one in here. These are just loose. Slide the cable, slide the unit inside just like that. Put this piece here, put this on top. I'm OCD, so if I stack them, it doesn't matter, but I like to have things uniform. So I have one up, one down. It doesn't matter how they go. But if you notice, this is how it is. So this one is on top of this one. Now this one's on top, so the other one will be on the bottom. And just put it just like that, so you'll see it. And take another one, screw off. Here, grab another plate. This one's on the bottom. So, if you grew up in the 60s and 70s and earlier than that, you'll have fun doing this, because it'll bring you back childhood memories of playing with an erector set. I had one. I used to make windmills, cars. I used to do all kinds of crazy things with them. I even did a windmill as a youth fair project for school, and took first place. So I guess that's what kept me doing what I like doing right now, you know. I like doing things with my hands. So this one will go on the top. This one here. You know, you can always put the washer on later, but remember, it's only a rough end right now. And the rollers will be added after the fact. This is another way of doing it. The harder way is to remove the shore power cable, which is a little bit more tedious because now you're dealing with live power, and this way you could do it. And I just got caught. There's no way. I have to redo this whole thing all over. I have to be on this side. So you guys caught me. I do make mistakes. So let me get my slack, take it all apart, and move it to this side. Okay guys, since you caught me in a mistake, I do make mistakes. Okay? So I speculated that we need this much. So if we bring this up in this point here to that point, I know I need to put one on the end here, but then look, I'm pretty much right where I need to be. But I don't like that straight shot. I like it to tweak a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a spin here on this side, and then I'm going to put a spin on this side. So it has a little angle to it because this is not directly in the same path as that. So, but while we were off camera, you know, I gassed my son out a little bit.
Oh my God.
Guys, protein, if you really want to take and evacuate some area, drink a lot of protein or eat a lot of protein for breakfast. It works. So this is somewhat in. You can actually see the pattern of this, but this is way too long right now. So I'm going to pull this back out. Okay. And what I'm going to end up doing is shortening it by 1. So I think by leaving this, I think I need to move this portion here and keep this portion straight because I need to go around that portion right there. I don't know, it's just playing with it, but I know that it is too long, so I have to take one of these plates out. So, but you have an idea of what we're doing here. And it's coming this way, going this way, and going that way, but it's this portion here is actually offsetting it way too much. So what I'm going to do is remove one of these plates and see how it measures up, and then we'll go ahead. But I have a feeling that I have to take this plate and move it towards the center and then bring it back out. It started out as a straight plate, went into an S here, here. So it's a couple of variations until I finally got it. But now we're going to go ahead and put it up inside the hole. The reason why it's like this is to clear the support here. I could keep it straight, but I just don't want it rubbing on that support. So go ahead and put this in here. Like I said, you put things in here, cut this thing out, and now we'll pull the cable up. And if you notice, we'll put a bracket right here. And we'll put a bracket all the way up in the front, and you can see how nice that unit's going to go inside there. There's not going to be any play here, there's not going to be any play over there, and we'll get this thing mounted up real nice right here. And this one's a winner chicken dinner. So now I'll go ahead and pull this out, and I'll sit back and watch Julian do it. He'll go ahead and tighten down all of these and put the existing rollers on this portion. So this is ready to go in. Just a slight few modifications. So he's going to tighten all this up, put all those rollers in there, and I'll sit down and play on my phone. Well guys, we're on the home stretch with this one. This one here was a little tough. A lot of times you could get into a situation thinking that it's going to be easy, but as you can see, I got the Incredible Hulk over here with size legs and back that can't get into tight spots. So he gets frustrated because I'm doing the work and he wants to do it, but we're making it work. But when he gets out of there, I'm going to explain everything that we did. So but there was a few changes that I had to do, and I'll show you them when he gets out of the hole. All right guys, Julian's out of the hole. I'm back in here, but as you can see, we have a U-clamp all the way in the front, holding on a piece of PVC, and all these are individual tracks. So it's a slight S that comes over here. I had to extend it slightly over here, and normally I would use an extension bar that comes over here, but since this is mounted over here and utilizing these 2 bolts, I'm utilizing a bracket here. So I drilled into the plate, and now we have rollers so close here so that this cable can't come through here. There's no way to do it. So all it's going to do is want to push it that way and pull it this way. But right now what I'm doing here is taking off this plate here so I could go ahead and take out a few shims. This is going to give it a little bit more drag. So what I want to do is, normally I'll count all the shims here, but one thing I want to explain to you here is if this plate is going in and out like that, that means the set screw is loose inside here. So I advise that you just put a penny underneath here and then go ahead and tighten the set screw that is right here. So we're going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and count the shims, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an even number. I like even numbers. So we're going to chop this down to 4, so we give it a little bit more torque, a little bit more grab. So come over here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure all of them are equal. I just noticed that this one had 2 more shims than the other one did, so that would make the plate wobble slightly. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You see, 2 more shims. So one of them had less shims than the other one did. Come over here, pull this one off. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we'll try it with 4. If it's too tight, we'll go ahead and add a shim to it, guys. So I'll let you know shortly.